Bookies! I'm sorry if you can hear random sounds. My husband is taking a shower and I'm not sure if he's turned his phone off. But today we are going to be going over actually something related to my husband. This shelf right here is full of books that my husband has given me to read, so we're going to go through them. That's kind of a shame post. So let's get started. I have this shelf behind me of books that my husband's giving me to read because I am so backlogged that I do not have, I don't have a lot of time to squeeze any books of his in. Once I'm through with some of the backlog, I'm going to start threading them into my reading so that way I can get them out like he's trying to do for my books. We're going to start by pulling these off. This one I got on one of my birthdays from his paw, I think. This one is mine. It's just sitting there, just sit there. But let's see here. Let's start on this side, work my way over. The first thing that I have is The Novice Dragonear by E.E. Knight. It looks like it says 14-year-old Eilif grew up in an orphanage and thanks to her stutter was never destined for much beyond kitchen work and cleaning, but she's dreamed of serving with dragons ever since her childhood meeting with a glittering silver dragon and its woman Dragoneer. For years she waits, and as soon as she's old enough to join, Eilif runs away to become a novice dragoneer at the ancient human dragon fortress of the Serpentine. While most of her fellow apprentices are from rich families, Eilif must fight for her place in the world, even if it includes a duel with her boss at a fish-gutting table. Her path will lead her to places she's never imagined, whether it's joining the dragon dancers or taking charge of a sickly old dragon with a mysterious past and to new heights as she takes her first flight into enemy lands. It sounds really good. Both of us really like dragon books. And he read this and I think he gave it, he has a weird scale. He has his 10. So in my terms, I think he gave it a 5 out of 5, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this sounds really good. Next we have both Bird Box and Malorie, both by Josh Malerman. We both really liked the Netflix series. Movie. If you don't know what it's about, basically dystopian, because I like dystopian, where suddenly a monster appears. And if you look at it, you are driven to, well, you're driven to unalive yourself, let's say it that way. The main protagonist is a woman named Malorie who is pregnant at the time, and her fight to survive and her child's fight to survive. It was a really good movie. He immediately went out and grabbed Bird Box, the book, to read. And then when Malorie came out, he read that as well. He liked both of them, and he thinks I'm going to like both of them, which I'm pretty sure I will. Next we have the Twilight series. He really likes the Twilight series. He likes vampire books. And I've always wanted to reread them, so one day I will.
Heard you needed a better vampire book. Here you go.
Oh my god. Stop. I do not need a better vampire book. I have Edward.
That's not a vampire.
He sparkles. It's fine. I don't know. I should do a video on how many books I gave you to read and you've not.
That could be part 2.
Part 2. What even is this book? The Darkangel by Meredith Ann Pierce. Ariel is kidnapped by the Darkangel. Oh no. Swept to his dozen black wings and carried to his distant keep. There she is to serve his brides. Ew. 13 pitiful creatures. I feel like I'm going to have a lot to say about this book, and it's talking about women on the back.
I think you'll probably be pleasantly surprised by this.
So now if Ariel is one of the captives, is she too now a pitiful creature who was once beautiful?
Not yet.
For when he has found his final bride, he will come fully into his sinister powers. Ariel must kill him for... I don't know, dude. Like, He's giving you, like, a pretty good home and everything. I'd take it. In this economy, I'd take it.
You got a nice home here.
I do. I do, and I'm not having to serve your 13 other wives you keep in the basement.
So you're saying I have room to expand?
Yes. But look at this 80s cover.
It's a very old book.
It's a very dated cover.
I think I read that in middle school.
Oh,
it's an old book.
Anyways, I also have Mage Against a Machine, which is magic, right?
Both.
Both. Oh, magic and sci-fi?
Yeah.
Okay. The mix. The remix. They've started remixing that. You ever realize that? They've started, like, doing magic and sci-fi together recently. It's a thing. The year is 2021. The humans are dead. Good. The ages have retreated from the world after a madman blew up a civilization with weaponized magical technology. Safe within domes that protect them from nuclear wasteland on the other side, the mages have spent the last century putting their lives back together. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember you reading this. I think you liked it, so... one day. I also have a random accumulation. I think some of these are book 2s, I'm pretty sure. Because I did used to read all the books that he would give to me when I first started my Bookstagram journey. And now here we are, not reading them. It's not a slight against him. It's a testament to how powerful Bookstagram is. But this one's a book 2, but he gave me Wildside like forever ago. Which sounds like it's basically Jurassic Park. Yeah, basically sounds like Jurassic Park, so woohoo! I like Jurassic Park. Book 2 of the Sweep series, called The Coven, which is... My baby's crying. My husband went to go get groceries. Sorry. You're probably going to hear her for a bit. Basically about a coven of witches, I think, while in high school. Very, very high school-esque. I think this came out like forever ago. Like it says on the back, a Puffin book. Everworld book 2. Yep, Land of the Lost. Which... I can't remember what this series is about. Hopefully I will when I start reading it. Book 2 of the Cirque du Freak series, called The Vampire's Assistant. Basically about this kid that runs away and joins this vampire who travels with a circus, I think? I can't remember. It's been forever. It's been like 5 years since I read the book 1s of all of these. Artemis Fowl, book 2. I can't remember what book 1 is about, but these are like fairly standalone, so you can read them out of order. The Seventh Tower series, book 2, Castle, and Grim Tuesday, The Keys of the Kingdom, book 2, of course. Both of these by Garth Nix. Garth Nix is an awesome writer. He has also given me the Mistborn series, like 2 of them. I don't remember which one's first. Actually, these might not even be the first ones. I think maybe it's over here somewhere. But I got Well of Ascension and Hero of Ages. Figure it out. I don't know, bro. Oh, here's the other book too, book. Deep Wizardry by Diane Duane. This one's really good. It's about a little girl that figures out that she's magic. And then they get into trouble. The Marvel Zombies. We watched the What If episodes of it. And he really, really liked the zombie one. So he wanted the comic book. We got the comic book. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. He had wanted to read this for a while. And now he's wanting me to read it. And he has for a while. This one's about a boy whose mother dies and then there's a monster that takes care of him or something like that. But basically it's an allegory for grief and loss. Nosferatu. I don't remember if Ethan's actually read this or if he's just given it to me to read. Sometimes he does that. Sometimes he's like, here. And I'm like, what? He's like, this. And I'm like, I don't think you read that. And he's like, But yeah, this one's by Joe Hill, who I think is a son of Stephen King. And I think this one's about vampires. I'm starting to realize a trend. He really likes vampires and magic. Who knew? Victoria McQueen has an uncanny knack for finding things. A misplaced bracelet, a missing photograph, answers to unanswerable questions. When she rides her bicycle over the rickety old covered bridge in the woods near her house, she always emerges in the places she needs to be. Charles Talent Max has a gift of his own. He likes to take children for rides in his 1938 Rolls Royce with the vanity plate Nosferatu. Ta-da! In the Wraith, he and his innocent guests can slip out of the everyday world and onto the hidden roads that lead to an astonishing playground of amusements he calls Christmas Land. The journey across the highway, Charlie's twisted imagination transforms his precious passengers, leaving them as terrifying and unstoppable as their benefactor. Then comes the day when Vic goes looking for trouble and finds her way to Charlie. That was a lifetime ago. Now the only kid to ever escape Charlie's evil is all grown up and desperate to forget. But Charles Max hasn't stopped thinking about Victoria McQueen. On the road again, he won't slow down till he's taken his revenge. He's after something very special, something Vic can never replace. It actually sounds really good. I think I remember picking that one up for myself on the bookstore, but sometimes he steals books from me when I do that. And then we have All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which is a super short book. Sci-fi. He really likes space novels. And I remember him reading this one. I remember him really liking it. We also have The Girl with All the Gifts. Basically, this is like a zombie book. Post-apocalyptic. Where they hold kids that have become zombies and they're training them. I barely remember the movie, but I do know that he really, really wanted to read the book. And he really liked it. Good Morning Midnight. I believe I bought this for him for one of our book exchange for a holiday, maybe our anniversary. I can't remember, but it's a post-apocalyptic book. It says, in a world transformed by an unknown disaster, two outsiders must grapple with love, regret, and survival. Augustine, a brilliant and aging astronomer, refuses to evacuate his remote research post when news of a catastrophe arrives. He and a mysterious child left behind in the evacuation are trapped alone in the Arctic Circle with no one responding to the radio calls. This one sounds really good. That's why I picked it up for Ethan. We have very similar taste in books. So eventually I will get to it. I don't remember him giving me this one, which means that he has been on my shelves placing stuff, Ethan. But it's called X-Heroes by Peter Clines. Oh, it says zombies. First word back here is zombies. Zombies, check. Superheroes, check. Awesome, check. X-Heroes has it all. You're in for a treat. Cool. I like zombies and superheroes. Can't believe he placed that one. Next, Warm Bodies. I really, really love the movie. Basically, it is a zombie tale. But Romeo and Juliet-ified, where the Romeo is a zombie, the Juliet is a survivor, and they fall in love. It's the cutest movie ever. I love it so much. But I can't wait to read this one. Mortal Engines, which we went and saw the movie. I think I remember seeing the movie. But basically, it's a post-apocalyptic world. Again, we like that sort of thing. That's why there's always a trend of those. Where countries are now kind of like cars. Kind of like Howl's Moving Castle. Except that the whole country, they're on wheels and they ride. And the bigger the country is, they eat the smaller ones. I'm explaining this super badly. I'm sorry, but it's really cool. Very sci-fi like, and he really liked that one. But basically there's this guy who killed this girl's mother, and she tries to kill him and gets stalked by this guy and this other guy, and they end up on an adventure together. It's like a very good series. We got that one. I have an arc of one of them somewhere. Alright, and then the very last one, which I don't think I ever remember him giving me, but he might have. I don't know. Sometimes he sneaks stuff on there. Sometimes I accidentally put stuff on there. But it is Now, Then, and Ever and Every Win by Brysa Walker. When two time-traveling historians cross paths during one of the tumultuous decades of the 20th century, history goes helter-skelter, but which one broke the timeline? I like wibbly-wobbly stuff, so this one's going to be good. Alright, and that is everything my husband, that's everything my husband has given me to read. I think actually starting in July, I can start like weaving some of these into my monthly stacks over there. So that'll be cool. I can actually get some of these out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you again. Bye.